I'm joined here by Santa Taranta, Hayley, and Salva. How's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. You guys just played 3 songs. How'd that feel? How'd it go? Answer at the same time.
It's always high pressure to record live.
Absolutely. It's so different to playing live because, like, maybe you could make a mistake and people will be like, oh, but people can't click pause and go back and look at what you've done. It's no pressure at all. Is that something new that you guys have done, or is this sort of the first time you've been filmed and recorded, or no?
We've done too many times.
Too many times? Cool. Was this the last one?
I don't know. Hope not.
Yeah. Tell
This
us
is the
a bit.
latest one.
Oh, it is. Yeah, cool. All right. Tell us a bit about your music. What's going on? Let's start with origin stories. How you both got into music. Maybe we'll start with Hayley. Tell us Tell us about your life. What's been going on?
I've been a singer since I was a teenager.
Cool.
And I started singing professionally with Salva, who's also my partner, in 2009.
Yep. Cool.
With a group called Arts Band in Spain. We were living in Spain then.
Oh yeah.
And I've been singing in Santa Taranta since 2015, which is about 3 or 4 years after the group was formed. So the
Okay.
group was formed in 2011
Whereabouts?
in Melbourne.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically I arrived here in 2011 from we were living in Spain.
Mhm.
I'm Italian, and after 2 months I decided to form a band because
Mhm.
I needed to play.
You need to. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I met Memo, which is off camera, but
Yeah.
He's over
now
there.
he was
What?
over there.
The fourth wall.
He's around there, and then you'll see in the
Yeah.
he's in the video.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so me and Memo and another Italian guy
Yeah.
and an Australian mandolin player started the band.
Mhm.
And we, like after 1 month, we were playing already in good stages, like film festivals.
Okay.
And
Cool.
yeah, and we played like everywhere in Australia
Yeah.
for the past 11 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And sort of what's that looked like? Like you said you started on good stages. What's that mean? Like were you playing in like
Yeah, festival
Just-
already festivals. So
Yeah.
the first gig was at the Italian Film Festival.
Oh yeah.
And it was after Giuseppe Tornatore opening. So we were like,
Cool.
hey, hello, and a lot
Yeah.
of people. And we just did our first gig there. And then we started playing all the folk festivals. So we
Yeah.
played 4 or 5 times at the National. We played the Illawarra Folk Festival,
Yeah.
Signet. We played in Darwin. We played in Perth. We played basically everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And
yeah.
obviously, because being from here, I'm not used to hearing sort of traditional Southern Italian. Would
Yeah.
you Southern Italian folk music, more or
Yeah,
less?
so we
Yeah.
started playing more traditional
Yeah.
traditional music,
Mhm.
really roots and how we play nowadays in
Yeah.
Italy, like this new folk kind of revival.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
like all over the world.
Cool.
Is the,
Yeah.
the folk music
Yeah.
is like the new music. And then we started to compose songs and arranging traditional tunes and also compose new songs in the style.
Yeah. Cool. So talk to us about your songwriting process. Does that sort of come from playing live, or do you sort of come up with an idea first and then sort of bring it to the others? Is someone in the band the songwriter, or do you kind of collaborative process? Okay, cool.
And Memo as well.
Yeah. Who? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, remember the one the
That guy over
doesn't want to
there.
appear
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah. So talk me through that process. Is it like a
With
jamming?
The process is there's a bit of jamming, but there's always an idea
Mhm.
coming from someone. Basically, it's me or Emiliano.
Yeah.
And Emiliano comes with a more structure on the song because it's more he's a structured man. He's a very organized man.
Yeah.
And I come with an idea.
Yeah.
And then he puts some structure on it.
Yeah.
Usually up and up. Oh, I come with the idea and say, this is the idea. Let's play this way.
Sure.
And so there's one way. So for example, inspiration can come from different
Mhm.
different sources. Like every album we recorded was born from a different inspiration.
Cool.
Like
Yeah.
for example, we had our first release called Sete, and it comes from means thirst.
Mhm.
and comes from all the songs are connected with the thirst of knowledge or thirst of music, of love. So
Cool.
there's a theme there, and it helps out us connect with the album and also connect to the show.
Okay.
Because then we present the show with the story.
Yeah.
And the second album we produced, for example, the inspiration came from from oral history recordings that collected in National Library of Australia. So I did the research in 2017,
Yeah.
funded by the National Folk Festival and the National Library, and researched all the songs that were recorded with the Italian migrants in Australia.
Wow.
And stories. So
Yeah.
and I selected a few songs, and then with the band we arranged the song and we recorded that. And so the show had, and of course also composed new songs
Yeah.
inspired
Cool.
about those stories.
Yeah.
So it's, again, the theme of the show was pretty clear,
Yeah.
more clear, and because we stories of people and songs.
Sure.
And so that always there's we
Thing.
need to have a inspiration, like a music inspiration, but also it helps if we have a theme.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And so when you're writing these albums, I suppose, are you writing on accordion and you're singing and then Memo's playing bass? Like, do you guys play different instruments? Sort of, what does that look like or sound like? I guess we're talking about music.
You want me to? I usually compose actually on guitar,
Okay. Cool.
and I don't know why. I always the melody are easy to arrive
Mm.
with the guitar because it leaves more space. The chords.
Yeah. Okay.
The accordion is there, like it gives space, but is set.
Mhm.
I don't know, the guitar comes. It's easier for me to compose with the guitar. Then the melodies arrive, and then eventually adapt it with the accordion.
Yeah.
That's my process. I don't know Memo but yeah, usually the
So-
guitars is a
Okay.
big
Cool.
thing for me.
Yeah. And you're just a trio at the moment, or are we ever expanding?
We always
Contracting.
expand in the
Yeah.
tract.
How does it look? What does it look like?
So we've got two sort of formats, I guess,
Yeah.
Also
at the
three.
moment.
Yeah.
Maybe
Here we
a
go.
bit
Yeah. Cool.
more than that, but two sort of major shows or
Yeah.
albums. We're working on two different recordings at the moment.
That sounds like fun.
And
Yeah.
long-term projects.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we've been working on them for a while. And one of them is a project that was sort of started during COVID.
Yeah.
And we called it the Melbourne Taranto Orchestra.
Cool.
We got funding from the city of Melbourne
Yeah.
to put that sort of super group, we kind
Yeah.
of called it,
Yeah.
together.
I did see this, and this is what it's on your website. The videos that you guys popped up. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of got lots of special guests
Yeah.
and like big names in Melbourne's world music scene.
Cool.
If you,
Yeah,
if we can use that term. And the other project that we're working on is one that I guess came about when I sort of became to be more involved. Because at the beginning, some of these early days, I was sort of busy with babies.
Ah, yes, they tend to be
They make you busy.
busy. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Funny that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that Dark Folk, the latest sort of project, is the result of two things. So one, the theme is dark folk.
Mhm.
So it's about the macabre kind of themes that
Okay.
are present in all folk music
Mhm.
around the world.
Cool.
And the show has got a heavy focus on women and the feminine. And it also stretches beyond the southern Italian folk traditions.
Okay. Cool.
And we are sort of inspired by other folk traditions, including Latin American and Celtic.
Oh, cool. Okay, I can see that happening. You're sort of like a themed band. Like themes keep coming up, ideas keep coming up. What's gonna be next after this? Have you?
First, we're going to finish this.
Let's finish
No.
the album.
I feel like Memo's already planned what's happening next. But how do these themes come up? How do you select them? Like, what is it sort of just what comes to you at the time where you're surrounded, or I don't know?
They appear all the time.
Yeah.
Like, there's always an idea. Then, like, if we put in recorded all the idea that we got,
Yeah, it would be terrifying.
but like,
Yeah.
nobody want to listen to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ideas.
I
Yeah.
want to make a shout out though in this interview to the importance of arts funding.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
So what happens, I think, for a lot of artists is maybe you have 1,000 ideas
Yeah.
and you've got them scribbled down, and the ones that get funded are the ones that get to live.
That's true. I suppose you could say that's funding with everything. And how long have you guys? You guys are obviously on the mid north coast. Whereabouts are you based? Your band? We don't want your address, but just your suburb.
Oh, wow.
Whereabouts?
You know too much about me already.
Salva and I live here in Dorigo now, up on the
cool.
mountain.
Yeah.
We've moved up from Bello a few months ago, and
Nice.
Memo is down in Bellingen.
Cool. Down the mountain. So you guys primarily gig around here, or
Actually, no.
I
No,
keep
we-
trying to
we-
trying to tunnel you guys, and then it's just
Yeah, no, we
it's great.
we mainly, like, the last gig. We have a lot of contacts in Melbourne. Yeah, so
Yes. Yeah.
I still
Okay.
have mails that people can call us to play. So we go to Melbourne quite
Cool.
often.
Yeah.
We've been going to Brisbane as
In
well.
Brisbane.
Yeah. Right.
So
Okay.
we are not pushing the band in here at the moment. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
we always.
I think when we're home, we want to be working and
Yeah.
recording and
Sure.
yeah.
practicing
Like,
and
for
those
example,
sort of
last year we went tour in Italy, and we had a 1 month tour with musician from us, plus musician from Europe, plus Miklo, Uncle Miklo, and Luke Rhodes. So we had that show. We presented that show songs from Homeland,
Cool.
the album I was talking
Yeah.
before. We presented it in Italy
Cool.
with also some songs in Gumbangir. So it was pretty strong and relevant
Yeah.
for both for the Italians that
Yeah.
had to listen to the stories of the migrants, and
Yeah.
also listening to songs of this land.
Yeah.
So that show, we are trying to also work with the show in Australia as well,
Absolutely.
and eventually go back to Europe to play that show. So we try to play when we have other things, like if we go to Europe, we say, okay, let's organize
Yeah.
a tour there,
Yeah.
and we focus until 2 months there. Let's be there and play.
Cool. That sounds incredible, and it's kind of
We
cool.
try to do that.
It's great that we've got to catch you here. I guess I suppose you guys live up the road, but to have you with on the mid north coast at this very time is really cool. Where are we going to see you next?
Where
After
are we
you've come
gonna
out of the
see
cave.
next? I know, follow us on our social, and
Yeah. Okay.
maybe you'll find out.
Ah, cool.
If we
Interesting. We like a bit of mystery.
Yeah,
Cool.
we don't have gigs planned
Sure.
at the moment, because we are focusing
On 2
closing
albums.
closing these
Yeah.
ideas.
Absolutely.
And like when you get to the stage of not career, but this band we played a lot, and then we are trying to reinvent ourselves and find a new space for us,
Mhm.
where we're not really pushing what's happening. We're
Yeah,
trying
cool.
to finish our artistic journey,
Yeah.
and then focus on presenting the next show when it's ready to go.
Cool. Sounds incredible. I'm a bit jealous, but cool. That's awesome. Anyway, thanks for joining us. See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.